8th graders. We're on Module 4, Lesson 3, Problem Set. This one we're just determining if numbers would be a solution to the equations. And we do that by taking the number and putting it in the equation in place of the variables. Number one, though, we just want to think about a couple things in terms of equality. And they give us that 2x plus 7 is 27. And then they tell us that 3x plus 1 is 28. And their question is, does 2x plus 7 equal 3x plus 1? Well, looking over here, remember they told us that 2x plus 7 is 27. So this would be 27 here. And they told us that 3x plus 1 is 28. So 3x plus 1 is 28. Are these equal? No. How come they're not equal? Because 2x plus 7 equals 27. 3x plus 1 equals 28. Not equal. Number 22, they want to know, is negative 5 a solution to this equation? So what we're going to do is we're going to substitute. We're going to take negative 5 and substitute it, right, everywhere we see x. So I'm going to actually write that down here as my substitution. So looking at the equation, I have 6x, but for x, I'm putting in negative 5. So I'm going to have 6 times negative 5 plus 5 equals 5x. So I'm going to have 5, and in place of that x, I'm going to put, again, negative 5 plus 8 plus 2, and an x, and in place of that x, I'm going to put negative 5. So right here, I did my substitution. Now let's go and simplify this first of all. So let's start with our multiplying these out, right? So 6 times negative 5 is negative 30 plus 5 equals 5 times negative 5 is negative 25 plus 8 plus 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Okay. So now let's come over here and let's add on the right side, let's put our negatives together. If I had negative 25 and I got 10 more, I have 25 negatives and I get 10 more negatives. Altogether, I'm going to have 35 negatives, right? And a positive 8. Here I have a negative 30 plus 5. So now, if I have a negative 30 and I add 5, so that's like on the number line. I'm at negative 30 and I go up 5. Negative 30 plus 5. That would give me to negative 25, right? Because I'm going up. Here, I'm going to start at negative 35 and I'm going to go up 8, and that'll give me to negative 27. Is negative 25 equal to negative 27? It's not true, right? Not true. So therefore, negative 5 is not a solution. You can put down here, not true, not a solution. -5 is not a solution. Number 3, we have to do the same thing. They want to know, does a does 1 6/10 satisfy this equation? So once again, I need to substitute, right? So let's come down here. Let's do number 3 here. Let's do our equation. 6 minus 4 times x, and x is 1.6, equals a negative, and x, which is 1.6 over 4. We need to remember our order of operations. Order of operations says we multiply first. 1.6 times 4. If need be, you can use a calculator. I know 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 0.6 is 2.4. So I'm going to have 6 minus 6.4 equals, and I can divide this out if I want. I can use a calculator, but I know that 4 goes into 16 4 times, so it's going to be a negative 0.4. Let me put this in parentheses, negative 0.4. If I have 6 minus 6.4, I'm going to end up with a negative 0 and 4 tenths. And that is going to equal a negative 0 and 4 tenths. This is true. Therefore, remember we can do 3 dots for therefore, x equals 1.6 is a solution. Okay. Number 4. We have 4 parts to number 4. Let me bring this down. Number 4, we have 4 parts. First, we have, they want to know, does this satisfy it? And we do this with our substitution. So let's do 4a. Right here. X is 5. Therefore, I have 3 times 5 plus 1 equals 3 times 5 plus 3. Order of operations, I have to do this first, right? And here I have to do this first. Parentheses first, then multiplication. So I'm going to have 3 times 6, and this is going to be 15 plus 3, 18 and 18, true. Therefore, x equals 5 is a solution. Let's go to B. Is -8 a solution for this? So now we got to substitute -8. So we're going to have 3 times -8 plus 1 equals 3 times -8 plus 3. Once again, order of operations. We have 3, -8 plus 1 is -7. 3 times -8 is -24 plus 3. It's going to be -21 and -21, true. Therefore, -7 is a solution. Is 1/2 a solution? Is 1/2 a solution? So let's do C. So we're going to have 3 times 1/2 plus 1 equals 3 times 1/2 plus 3. So this is going to be 3 times 1.5 equals, what's half of 3? 1.5 plus 3. It's going to be 4.5 equals 4.5. So this is true. Therefore, 1/2 is a solution. D. They want to know, what are you noticing? What are you noticing about this? This one worked, this one worked, this one worked. So, what do we notice? All numbers will be solutions. If you have any questions, please post them on the question channel or give me a call or email.